Morning, guys. It's just Dave. And by the way, this is just my opinion. I don't speak for God. So, again, I want to preface this to say that this is just my opinion. First of all, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes unto the Father except by me. So, back in the first century church, the Christians weren't really known as Christians, they were known as followers of the way. Okay? Because of that scripture verse, Jesus said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. So they were followers of the way. They weren't what you'd consider, they didn't wear the tag Christians. So within the last 24 hours, we've been embroiled in another drama case. There's a couple of YouTubers that are going back and forth at it. I'm not going to mention any names because I really don't want to get involved in the drama. I just want to say that one of them is a successful businessman who's done very well. Another one is a gentleman who's, as of lately, has hopped from job to job to job. Tried the owner-operator deal a few times. Claims to be a Christian. Tends to backslide, hop back to God, comes back. Seemingly does good for about a week or two, then hops back into his old ways. And so there you have it. Like I said, I'm not mentioning any names here. Kind of reminds me of the story of the little girl, or the little boy rather, who cried wolf. The little boy cried wolf so many times that whenever there was a wolf that finally came, nobody listened. They just didn't come to his aid, and thus was his demise. So, yeah, it kind of reminds me of that story, the wolf story. And, one of the things I want to tell you guys is this. As a man, okay, as men, we look on the external, okay? Only God knows the heart of man. Only God knows what a man's true intentions are, because he sees the heart. He doesn't look down and see the things that we do every day. He looks at the heart and where the man's heart is. So for me to judge, I'm judging based on external judgments, which aren't necessarily true. Anyway, I just wanted to give my opinion about what's going on, and not really talk about anybody in particular. Again, just to give you my perspective on things. And I'm not going to comment on the comments that are being said here, because I don't really want to immerse myself in any kind of drama, any kind of YouTube drama. But I will say this, yes, pray for them. I like that. Pray for both of them. They need our prayers. Just 1 second here. I am getting a message from one of my compadres. A friend of mine sent me a message. Sometimes you need to burn bridges to stop yourself from crossing them again. How true. Very true. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on here, say hi. I'm currently going to lay down for a couple hours and then get back up at it and keep on rolling on this sand. Y'all take care. And again, pray for the two that are involved in the embroiled controversy. None of us really know where the truth lies. Every time you look at it, one man has his truth, another man has his truth. And the real truth sometimes lies in the middle somewhere. So, like I said, we look at things externally, we look at things in that regard. God looks at the heart, and God judges the heart. And in the end, God is going to judge these two men for their actions. Whether one of them is lying, one is not, they'll have to answer to God in the end. Y'all have a good day. Think about that, though, as you go through your day, that really there is only one person that we're responsible to. There are two wolves fighting within us, the good and the evil. And the one you feed is the one that wins. Think about that. So y'all have a good day. Well, I'll be talking more later about lies and how we are held captive when we lie. That's a subject for a different day. I'm kind of tired right now. I'm going to crawl back and get some sleep. Y'all take care now. Stay safe. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like or dislike button. Let me know how you feel about what I've said. Feel free to comment below. We'll talk later.